All right, getting ready to head back to KDK, where I spent some of the morning and early afternoon. Rob Pratt Wednesday night, coming up shortly after local news at 6. But we had to go live here because of the passing of Brian Wilson, the Mozart of the surf and sun music of the 60s. Look, Beach Boys significant to me for many reasons. Obviously, growing up in that era and wanting to be a part of the palm trees and the Golden Coast, right? We all did. That's what made us really just want to get up and get going every summer day, thinking that if we worked hard enough and long enough, we could raise a little money and buy that Volkswagen bus and head to the place that is California. You know, when I think of the British invasion and what was happening with the great bands like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and others, it was how they all really wanted to be the Beach Boys, who had a few years jump on all of them. Their father drove them hard, but when they got the opportunity and that spotlight, Mr. Jardine and Mike Love and the Wilsons, obviously led by Brian, the Brain Trust, they made it happen. Brian, of course, has some struggles throughout his life, as we all do that are entertainers. Sometimes that front burner can get very hot, and sometimes you need to step away and relax a little bit. Something you may not know, when Brian actually stepped away for a while because he needed some help as far as his mental health, a guy by the name of, a studio musician, by the way, you may have heard of, Glenn Campbell, actually stepped up and was a part of their tours. You know, that music just makes me feel good. And this is a fact. I was heading into work today, worked late last night, very tired, just trying to put all the pieces together to do another full show tonight. And when I got in my car, very first thing I heard was Good Vibrations. Rolled the windows down, turned it up, and I said, now that's the way to start a day. So what they will do, the Beach Boys, their music will live on for generations, even when there are no living members of the original group. But the significance of that time and place, there is not a group of individuals that are more significant in the world of music. They set the standard when it came to that type of music. There were others who followed, who tried to brand themselves that way, but it didn't work like it did for the Beach Boys. Pet Sounds, one of the greatest of all times and critically acclaimed. Brian Wilson had an ear in the studio. Honestly, the only way you could compare it, Mozart, Beethoven, it was that good. I will miss Brian Wilson. I think of him often. I think of the Beach Boys, and whenever summer rolls around, I think of the Beach Boys. We'll pay tribute to him tonight and take your phone calls. This legendary entertainer, part of our US of A brand, Brian Wilson, has died at the age of 82. It's your Pratt Pack. Their music will live on, and that is a good thing. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you'll join me tonight shortly on KDK Radio after local news at 6.